Hello, I'm Neil de Villiers, founder of Fan Business Solutions. If you are watching this, then you probably run Microsoft Dynamics GP already and make payments in euros. You are probably also aware that by October 2016, the only way that you will be able to make payments in euros is if you create an electronic payment file in a specific SEPA format. You also know that if you don't have the ability to create an electronic SEPA payment file, then you won't be able to make euro payments. This is a critical issue for any company like yours that need to make euro payments. In fact, we are getting hundreds of unique visits every month from companies just like yours with exactly the same problem. You need to have a way to create electronic payment files in a SEPA format by October 2016, or you won't be able to make any payments in euros. That means you won't be able to purchase anything in euros, no products or services. Chances are that not being able to buy anything in euros may have a very significant impact on your business, and one you would clearly like to avoid. The good news is that I have created one of the simplest methods for extracting SEPA payment files from Dynamics GP. This method is the same whether you run Dynamics GP 2010, 2013, or 2015. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you where you will be able to find a current discount offer. And I want you to to listen very carefully about that, because it'll save you a lot more money than what you otherwise would spend. Now, a little bit about me. I have been working with Dynamics GP since version 5 in 1998, both as an end user and more as a consultant. My experience has been in the United Kingdom, working with companies who are mostly closely linked to Europe, and therefore many of them need to make euro payments. Now, that also means that I have been creating SEPA payment files for my clients since 2012. This method has therefore been thoroughly tested and has been used and is currently relied on by a number of my clients, and has been for a number of years now. Now, in 2015, I posted a blog article about SEPA payments to share my experience and the requirements with people like you. And I did it almost arbitrarily. The incredible interest that article made got me to realize what an issue this really is for Dynamics GP users like yourself. So I decided to do something about it. You see, if you have already looked into this, you will know that SEPA payment file formats the format is not a simple and straightforward one to create. To be honest, I know a lot of experienced consultants who have tried to create the SEPA payment file format using the EFT file generation facility already available in Dynamics GP, and they have given up. The truth is, the XML format is tricky and certainly not a simple one to achieve, no matter which way you try to do it. When I first created this format, it took me the best part of 2 weeks to get it into the correct format with all the correct elements at the right time and to test it thoroughly. If you are intending to use your own consultancy to do this for you, or even if you are planning on doing this yourself, you won't be able to do it for less than the price that I've made it for here, unless obviously your time is totally free. 10 days of my time as a consultant will cost you £7,500 or around $10,000. It may sound like a ridiculous price to pay to enable euro payments, and if I was sitting on your side of the fence, I would tend to agree with that. But unfortunately, if you don't have any other alternative, this is what you're looking at. Actually, the cost is probably a little more than that, because you will also have to factor in the time that it takes you to try and do this yourself, because you will do it yourself. You will try anyway. And for 4 or 5 days, you will try, and then you will give up, And then you will ask your consultancy to do it for you, who will then charge you around $10,000 for it. So also include your own costs in when thinking about how much this actually costs. Now, the whole reason I made this package available for you was to help you avoid all of the time and expense and angst that all this actually takes to do. So the way I have done this is I've used the EFT Payment Register Report in Dynamics GP, and I have modified it and added VBA to it to create the SEPA payment file. Now, you can download the documentation right now from my website to see what's involved and how it works. Then you'll have the option to try and do something in the same way for yourself and take the time to do it. You can try do it yourself, but the other option is you can just purchase this modification for yourself now and save yourself days and days of effort and certainly a lot of money. I know what I would do if I were you right now, but I have the benefit of hindsight and I know how long it took me to do this. So to be honest, using that hindsight, and if I was to do it right now, if there was a solution out there that cost me £1,000 right now, I would use it, because even that is excellent value. Now, being in the Dynamics GP business, you know what the price of most third-party modules is, or how the pricing model works. They tend to charge you for a module cost and then also add on extra per user license that you have. And then at the end, they will charge you a recurring yearly maintenance fee every time that year anniversary comes around. One of the companies that I sold this to in December 2015 could have used the only other solution that I know is available. But that solution would have cost them around £11,000 just to purchase. That excludes the consultancy fees of actually implementing it. And then they would have been charged recurring maintenance fees on a yearly basis too. Now, that may well be a solution for you, but if you are looking to get something done fast at a low cost and in a way that you can implement yourself, then I would recommend that you look no further. My solution is a single one-off payment with no recurring maintenance fees and no tie-ins against the number of users that you have. Once you purchase it, it is yours, and I won't be making any surprise appearances in the years to come. Once you make the payment, so that you understand how it works, you will immediately be able to download the modification. It is in the form of a zip file and contains the modification package file that will simply import into the Dynamics GP customization maintenance window if you already know how that works. If you don't, it's in the documentation, which is also included, and that documentation will show you exactly what you need to do as far as importing is concerned, as far as setting up your own checkbox, enabling EFT payments, and also what you need to do with each vendor to make this system work. I have done it all for you. There's nothing more that you need to do. And this is going to save you tons of time and a lot of money if you choose to do it yourself. Now, there is one more question that most companies tend to ask me before they buy, and that is, what if it doesn't work for me? Well, there are two simple answers to that. The first is, I will work with you to find out why it doesn't work, and I will suggest ways based on my experience that will resolve the problem. I have yet to find a problem that I have not been able to resolve. Now, for example, if you have another electronic payment facility in place and this conflicts with that in some way, then I will suggest ways, based on my experience again, that we will be able to include both electronic payment facilities. So you don't have to use one or the other. But at the end, if we are not able to make it work for you, then I will give you 100% of your money back. That is my personal guarantee to you. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I have a current offer on a hidden web page of this site. On that page, you will find a current discount code if there is one there. And if it's there, you'll be able to use it as you proceed through the checkout with one of our products. Now, the URL, the web page, is the current webpage that you see there now, SEPA for dynamicsgp.com/offers. And I will give this again to you in a second, in a few seconds if you missed it. So I'm not guaranteeing that there will be an offer on that page at all by the time you watch this, because I don't know when you're going to watch this. And if that is the case, I can only apologize, because it's probably going to be after October 2016. Now, if there is an offer there, it'll be before 2016. And I would suggest that you take that offer that is there. Every offer will have an expiry date on it, and it won't continue forever. And the reason is also because I'm going to be reducing the discount cost as we get closer to the October deadline. And that means you will end up paying more as we get closer to October. Now, why am I doing this? Not to make a quick buck out of you as we get closer, but because I want you to be as prepared as possible as we get closer to this deadline. I don't want you to wait until the last minute before you do something about it. I want to encourage you to do it sooner rather than later. So the sooner you do it, the bigger the discount will be, and the longer you wait, the smaller the discount will be. So please visit the /offers page to see what the current discount code is and use it as soon as you can. So again, the URL is SEPA for dynamicsgp.com/offers, OFFERS. Now, lastly, I always love to hear the stories of how much time and money my solutions save people. So this is nothing different. Once you've implemented this, please let me know your story too. I would love to hear how much of this is actually saving you. For now, thank you for watching.